Hi, and welcome to today's video where I will be talking about tools and techniques for remote stand-ups. As you know, in the world of Scrum and Agile, there are many stand-ups that are happening around the businesses that you're working, and it's now more and more becoming a skill set where people are a lot more remote, and these skills need to be honed in so that these stand-ups or Scrum meetings are a lot more efficient and still add value to your business. So in today's video, what I will be covering is what is the basics of remote stand-ups. Let's just cover those traditional tools that we use, and then I'll go into tools specifically designed for stand-ups and some of the AI driven tools for efficient stand-ups. So there are some tools out there that are really good if you've not used them. Techniques to enhance the efficiency of remote stand-ups, just so that you can make sure you get the best out of your stand-ups, and also some of the challenges of remote stand-ups that are, and how to overcome them with your team. So without delay, let's crack on with the video. So what are the fundamental basics of a remote stand-up? So in brief, there's three primary questions you need to make sure. What did I work on yesterday? What am I working on today? And are there any blockers as part of your remote stand-up or your stand-ups that you do physically? And those are the three elements that you need to cover. And those are the three fundamentals that you should always follow and try to stick to. Now, traditionally, tools that we have used for remote stand-ups are video conferencing tools, so such as Zoom, Microsoft Teams, Google Meets, and there's many more out there that you use. And they're all good in a sense. They all work. They do all the stuff they want to do. But again, it does create a disconnect, and you do get that remote facility. Some people take to it really well. I personally love it because I find that I'm more efficient. I can get more done, and I have less distractions. However, being face to face as a project manager, there is always a key. It does add a considerable layer of importance to the meeting, and it means that you can read people a lot better. Whereas Zoom, these tools do not necessarily allow you to do those. Okay, so next, what tools specifically are designed for stand-up? So there is Geekbot. It's a Slack integration that facilitates asynchronous stand-ups. You can use that one. There's Standuply, and I'll probably pronounce that totally wrong, an automated stand-up bot for Slack, Microsoft Teams, and Telegram. Your organizations may not have all these. And there's finally Jell, which helps teams to share daily plans, goals, and accomplishes. And again, those are just a few that I've had colleagues who have worked with. I've only used one of those, which it has paid dividend. But there are tools out there that you can use to support your morning stand-ups or whenever you have your stand-ups. So some of the AI-driven tools for efficient stand-up, there are huge a number, and every day they are developing more. And to be honest, I can't keep up with all of them. But some that have stood out and where colleagues have actually referenced them are Scrum Genius. Now, this uses AI to automate routine stand-up tasks and generate reports, which from a perspective from a PM, it takes away some of the mundane activity, but really good. Then Tatsu allows Slack users to hold asynchronous stand-up meetings with smart reminders. So it pops up with reminders, which is really, really good. And, we don't remember everything, which is really, really key. And I'm probably pronouncing the next one really wrong. Is Voicera Eva, an AI voice assistant that can join meetings, take notes, and generate summaries. Now, I'm personally not very comfortable with that one just yet, but I can see the benefit if it joins in, takes notes, and makes everything and generates summaries, or takes away the admin overhead, which would be a massive improvement. But having a bot talking through a meeting can add some sort of strange anomalies, which I don't think we're quite ready for, but technology is evolving there. So some of the techniques to enhance your effectiveness of your remote stand-ups is really key. So firstly, time boxing. Make sure that you keep the stand-ups within the specific time limit. Otherwise, it's not a stand-up, it becomes a meeting, and you are waffling into the area. Remember the three things: what did I work on yesterday? What am I working on today? And are there any blockers? Keep it very focused. Use visual aids, use your Kanban boards, Trello boards, any kind of board that helps, or visual aid that you feel that needed to help the team with the stand-up and provide reminders. Again, use some of the AI tools if you know of. And then rotate your facilitators. Do you have to do the stand up as a project manager or a scrum master or whatever every morning? Can you not get one of your colleagues to do it? A variance, a bit of variety keeps the team engaged. And it takes the burden away from some of if everybody's sharing the load, it makes it a lot more interesting. Again, and the last one is keep it focused. Only discuss what's relevant in the whole team. Say don't talk about irrelevancy. Keep it focused, and don't forget, use the term Elmo. Enough. Let's move on. If the individual is talking too much, use the word Elmo, and I'm a great believer that it stops the waffle and allows people to move on. Next one in, but with is you. Even with all the tools out there, there are still challenges that will come up. Will happen with remote stand-ups, and how do you overcome them? Firstly, is time zone differences. You are going to have difficulties if you are working across multinational organizations and countries where people live within different time zones. You are going to have the challenges of trying to get people together. And I have done projects in the past where I've had to work with colleagues in Australia and Far East, etc. And you're trying to negotiate meetings together and get all that done. Do stand-up is a major challenge, but it can be done. Ensuring participants are engaged. You can't always engage people when you're on a Zoom call or a Teams call or whatever. It's really, really hard. But really, focus, keep the energy levels high. Really be quick, keep it focused, because most people's attention span's short. Really get to the point and deal with it. And dealing with technical difficulties. We all know, oh, my Wi-Fi's gone down, my broadband's gone down. Fine, move on, adapt. Let's get it move on. Don't hang. Don't let it cause you too many issues. If it means replan the meeting, redo it. If everybody's having loads of issues, cut the meeting short. All right, guys. We're not, technical issues are causing delays. We'll meet again within the next hour or so, whatever. But don't try to muddle through it if it's a major technical issue or people are having technical understanding difficulties. Take it offline. So some of the best practice, I would say, establish a set time and stick to it. Remember, time boxed window to make sure it's all done. Encouraging video to increase engagement. Now this is the one where a lot of people switch their cameras off. Get the damn thing on. Then you can see people's faces. You can see what they're looking like. Really getting that engagement. You can read their face and say, actually, they're not engaged. Bring them back into the fold. Get them thinking. And then set clear expectations and and follow up with all the blockers within your standards. Make sure you are not forgetting the colleagues. So in summary, guys, there are plenty of tools out there for making sure that you do your remote stand-ups as best as possible. But don't forget the 3 questions. Always keep it simple. What did I work on yesterday? What am I working on today? And are there any blockers? Really keep it simple. Use the AI tools that are out there. Stick to the traditional tools if they work for you. Don't try and change something that's working and it's not broken. But remember the challenges, overcome, like time zones, making sure that you keep your people engaged and deal with, technical difficulties. Move on if there's a problem, just replan it and move forward. Make sure you keep it at a set time and stick to it. If people don't turn up, it's fine. Deal with it later. Don't move it around just to accommodate 1 or 2 people. The majority stands, move forward, and eventually people will adjust if you keep to that standard. Encourage people to have the video on, and set clear expectations and follow up with blockers. And don't try to waffle too much on the calls. I hope that was helpful. That concludes the video, but thank you for listening.